Do diarrhea. Diarrhea full of shit. Flailing on myself and I, no one else, or yo, I'm so legit. Don't have anything to say, so we're gonna say some shit. Uh, for starters, Olivia, oh piece of shit. Your tits look pretty good. I went ahead and saved that. I'll probably hump off to it. And I saved the other ones too after that just because, you know, I can see your camel toe. That's not really the main thing though. I'm gonna hump off to your face. Um, I kind of like your expression there. I'm sure you have your moments where you're a decent person. I'm sure you're nice to people you approve of. I don't know you. Say that again. Well, I know your actions. I know I know what you say and post on Instagram, but I don't actually know you as a person. You know, and there's a lot to say about that. So I'm not gonna mention all that shit. Are you kind? Are you caring? Are you compassionate? To the right people, the people you approve of. We all are. But like I said, you want to know a person's true character, a person's true colors, what flag they really wave. You make them uncomfortable. You fluster them, piss them off even. But that's not really the stuff, because then it's like when the scale tips too far, now you're all up in your feelings. So if you're really scared or really mad, it's like you're on the extreme end of things, right? You're really distraught. You're really depressed. A bomb just got dropped. You found out something awful, life changing. That's not you. Who is you is when you're just irritated, when you're being annoyed. Um, you want to know a person's true colors? You fluster them. That's really the only way. Uh, so I don't know who you are. Yeah, I don't. I suspect. Rich girl, born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Think you know shit. You know? Probably think you have pull. Probably think you have, a duty to, like, voice your opinion. Because basically you're a dancing monkey. You're an entertainment. People come for the loaves of bread um, and entertainment, which is you. That's how you got your clout, anyway. That's why you think that you have an obligation, to care. And really, maybe you shouldn't. Just live your own life. It's a big world out there. You think you can make a change at all? Maybe you can make a tiny little change for a tiny little bit in the grand scheme of things. It might last 6 months or even a couple years, where you started some movement because you have a responsibility, which I would actually agree, that you need to not, understand that people look up to you and, because that's just human nature. People look up to superheroes and shit. But then, ideally, under ideal circumstances, people grow up and realize, gee, maybe this person, it turns out they were a piece of shit. I always admired them as an actor when I was a kid, and it turns out, that thing, stuff kind of tends to work out sometimes, What the fuck? But, anyway. By the way, the orange man dude, he snuffed that shit down. So he walked away from that and he worked with authorities to, get that shit, dealt with. But you Little Miss Redhead. Little Miss Cheeto. You know, are you a natural redhead? I don't think you are. I think that's dyed. Ooh. What is your natural hair color? Blonde? Oh, yuck. Brunette? Oh, how boring. Black? You have jet black hair? No, you don't. But anyway. Nice tits. Such a pretty girl. I like how your eyes are kind of wonky. You know? Alpha bitch. Boss bitch. Ooh. Stupid silly boys. Can't find one who's worth a damn. Secretly want one. Probably experimented with the lesbo thing. You know? Like I said, that one video a while back when you were crying at Christmas. Things are so great. I just want to say thank you to everybody. Life is so wonderful. I'm enjoying mental stability and all that jazz. I'm enjoying mental stability and all that jazz. I feel so good right now. I've waited so... I never knew. Yeah, right. Really? No, I'm being real. You probably think I'm trying to fuck with you or mind fuck with you or anything. You don't even know I exist, you know, so joke's on me. But like I said, you know, I'm just taking a little moment in the privacy of my own home to record some shit on my iPhone and then post it onto a YouTube channel of which you don't know exists. So, no harm, no foul. But yeah, you go, girl. Oh, yeah. Life is so good right now. It took me 3 weeks to get here to convince myself, and I'm finally here. Well, good for you. Enjoy it. You've earned it. People trying to bring me down and shit. I laugh at them. Good. Because they'll keep coming. They never end. But, anyway. But it's kind of funny because that one, I think it was the top comment at the time on where you were wearing the shirt there that you made there, you know, because you can't not have an opinion, so you've just been kind of thrown into that world. So even if under normal circumstances, if you were just a nobody who was free to live her life and, I don't know, maybe pursue love, you know, whatever. But I love music. It's my passion. Right, yes. Of course. Why wouldn't it be? You devote so much time and energy and so much of yourself. You give so much of yourself to the crowd, to the people who've come for the loaves of bread and to be entertained by dancing monkeys dressed in colorful clothes and singing words that resonate with them. Yes, speak to us, monkey, speak. Oh, she's so pretty. She's so smart. Oh, I wish I was like her. Wish I had her life. Oh, she's so powerful. Such a boss, alpha, big dick energy, a bitch. But, anyway, kind of forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, the shirt thing and whatever, you know. So now you're in it. You have to win it. You know, you're just in it, whether you want it or not. You think, oh yeah, this is, I'm living the dream. Why do I have the urge to just stay in bed in my pajamas all day and bake cakes? I do that, yes, but it's just like, you know, a rare treat. But, anyway. Maybe you know what I'm trying to say, maybe you don't. You probably don't. I'm not too good at speaking. But, that dude was all, you know, take your top off. Maybe it was on the Circle feed. Or pop them titties out. It's all you're good for. And you were like, it ain't easy being cheesy. It ain't easy being a woman or whatever. Which I agree. But, well, there's your tits. They look good. You look good. I like that wonky ass look. I like them weird ass eyes that are like looking in different directions and different shapes. Yeah. So, I don't know. So how is your mom and them? How's life? You winning? So, anyway, there's an AI video that I stumbled across. There's this channel. You can look it up. It's a lion walked into a grockery store, and looks real, but it's not. So it's kind of a sad state of affairs that everything is just going to be considered bullshit. Nobody's going to like take anything serious. It could be something epic, you know. And it's just like, yeah, it's just AI anyway. And you can thank the fucking tech people, you know, for that. Like I said, did I say this in another fucking? I don't remember what the hell I said. You know, they do things just on a whim, and it's kind of like that phrase goes, "This is why we can't have nice things." You know, that's a totally just general blanket statement. But, you know, a guy like me stumbles across what I think is some rubber band footage from airplanes, WW2. Turns out it's some 25 to 35-year-old fucking tech boy. Whether he works with computers or he just likes them. You know, tech, gadget, you know, cool. You mean I can change the color on the interface on my radio and then my phone and all that shit? That piece of shit. Destroyers of everything good, holy, and noble because they are shallow. They are keyed up on all the wrong things for all the wrong reasons. They have no substance. They are not built on solid ground. Okay? They don't have any roots. They don't really stand for anything. They have really no morals. They're just these shifty, shallow, you know, inch wide, mile deep. Hey, I think I'll just pump out a fake story. Why not? You know? And pretty soon, you know, it's just like everything is just gray. There is no color. There is no beauty. There is no definition. You know, there is no flavor. There is no texture. Because it has been fucking destroyed by the tech people. You know, there's a reason they gravitate to that shit. All of a sudden, they have pull. They can make things happen. They can't make things happen in the real world. They can't build a birdhouse. They can't plant a garden. They can't fix a car. But they can do shit on the internet. Or, that being said, I'm such a hypocrite. Speaking of not knowing where you stand, maybe they can do all that shit, but they still prefer to piss on it when they're done. Because they, you know, you just can't do that shit and not destroy everything good, holy, noble, and decent. Like I said, everything will be lost. You will not know. Is this a real story, you know, where the underdog, you know, overcame this? No. You know, and it's like, well, every now and then maybe you need a story like that. Well, yeah, but not everything. You know, a lion, you know, it's just, you won't know. You know, wow, shit, holy shit, did you hear? Did you hear? A fucking lion in Africa walked into a grocery store, you know, and started eating steak. You know? Everything's dead. They destroy everything. They nullify, I believe is the word I'm looking for. You know? It's like your side, you know, for the real, you know, transmission fluid people and Ben and Brian who just wanted to get married. And now half the world is just tired of their shit. And they're just like, fuck you, Ben and Brian. Don't bring your bullshit. Don't force your bullshit into my living room. And Ben and Brian are like, we never wanted that anyway. But because of the fucking degenerates who have nothing to do with Ben and Brian, they fucking destroyed it. So, your side, your camp, everything you are, everything you stand for. Thought you said we don't stand for anything. You don't. You should, well, unless it's, you know, destruction. disorder. So, I guess, yeah, you know, that almost seems kind of evil to me, don't you think? Stupid. Anyway, such a pretty girl. I kind of like you being all stupid and shit. I consider you damaged goods. I just don't think you know it. So, and not to sound like a sadist or whatever the word is, but I don't know. I think you're kind of cute. Enjoy your mental stability and all that jazz. Hope it lasts, and I'm sure it will. A real long time. Pretty, pretty girl. Nice tits. Nice tits. Woo!